What's up, everybody? Professor Peters back at it again. Happy New Year to you guys. In my video today, we're going to be talking about long division. You guys have been inboxing me about this topic, so we're going to do a quick review. So, when we're talking about long division, guys, just understand that this is division broken up into many steps. And when we start off with a problem like this, 978 divided by 3, what we have to know is what's going to be under the division symbol and what's going to be outside. So just remember that first number is always going to be under the division symbol. And this is called the dividend. Okay. So we're going to divide this number by 3. And what makes long division so complicated is that the process is opposite of addition, subtraction, multiplication, and this is what I mean. So when we multiply, when we add, we normally start off in the ones place, then go to the tens, and so forth. But with division is backwards, meaning we're going to divide from left to right, digit by digit. So when I look at my first number, we can definitely divide 9 by 3. So I divide 9 by 3, and my answer is 3. We're going to put that directly above the number we divided by. And then after we do that, we're going to multiply our answer and this number on the outside of the division symbol. So now we have 9, and we're going to take the difference of that, and it's 0. So just remember, this is the first division step, and we have more to do. So as we look, we can't divide 0 by 3. Absolutely not. So what do? We go to the next digit and we bring it down. So now we're looking at this problem. We're saying, hey, can we divide 7 by 3? We can, but it's not going to be an even number. We're going to have a remainder. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to get as close as we can to 7. And I know 3 times 2, right, is going to give me 6. So once I multiply this back, right, we're going to have 7 minus 6, and we're going to have a remainder of 1. So first division step, second division step, and we're still not done, guys, because guess what? We have one more digit on the outside that we also have to take care of, and we have a remainder. So what do we do in this part of the problem? Exactly. We're going to keep on going. So we know that we cannot divide 1 by 3. So because the number is too small to divide by, we're going to go ahead and bring the next number down, right? And now, instead of trying to divide 1 by 3, we're going to try to divide 18 by 3. And the closest that we could get to this is by multiplying by 6, right? Because 6 times 3 is going to give me 18. And what we know is there's no more digits for us to divide by. So at this moment here, guys, we are done. And when we finish this problem, meaning we can't divide anymore, just understand that this would be our remainder. And for this video purpose, right, there is no remainder. So our answer would be 326. All right. So now what we're going to do, I'm going to really look at another problem where this first number you can't divide. How are we going to go ahead and solve this problem? So let's erase this and let's go back and see what the steps would be if we had a different problem altogether. And let's try this one out, right? So we have 348, and we're going to divide this by 6. And we're going to get a certain answer, right? But before we go into the answer, let's just talk about this one more time. So, right, we have a dividend, we have a divisor, and then we have a quotient. And I just want to explain that to you guys because sometimes you get word problems and they ask you specifically to identify something. And because we forget, we may get it wrong. So, dividend is the number that is being divided. So, we're dividing 348. The divisor is the number we're dividing by. So, we're dividing this dividend, 348, by the divisor, meaning we're dividing it by 6, and our answer is the quotient. Please make sure you remember that, guys, because I'm telling you, these questions on these math tests, standardized tests, they always ask some simple questions that we may forget, okay? So please make sure you guys remember. All right, so we have our problem. Now what we need to do is set it up, right? So we already know first number is under our division sign. And matter of fact, let's go over here so we have enough space, right? So we have 348. We know on the outside of the division symbol is 6. So now how does this process differ from the first problem? Well, when we look at this first digit, everyone, we know we cannot divide 3 by 6 and get a whole number. So what we do in this problem is if we cannot divide, we're going to put a 0 over it. And then now we're going to go to the next digit. So what is the next digit? The next digit is going to be 34. So sometimes students get a little confused when they can't divide that first number. It's okay, guys. We're going to go from a single digit that we can't divide by, and we're going to make it a double digit, right? So now we can start dividing. So I know 6 into 34. If we multiply by 5, we can get 30, right? 5 times 6 gives us 30. We know we're always subtracting. So now we have 4 as our remainder. But hold on. Are we done with this problem yet? Nah. And I know you guys know. So great job right there, guys. So remember, we can't divide 4 by 6 and get a whole number. Nope, can't do it. So the next thing for us to do is to pay attention to any more digits, if we have any more numbers to bring down. So I have 8, we're gonna bring it down, and now my 4 turns into 48, and now we could divide again. So we go through, and I'm thinking about my 6 timetables. And if I'm not mistaken, 8 should be our answer, right? Because when we multiply 8 and 6, we're going to get an answer of 48. And then we'll have a remainder. Well, we won't have any remainder. So when we're talking about division, guys, just please remember these very important tips. Number one, we're going to divide from left to right, right? So we're going to divide from left to right. Number two, if you have a remainder, guys, we're going to do a video on that. But if you have a remainder, you'll just put it to the side, and whatever your remainder was, you will put that there. Please make sure you guys remember that. We're going to have a video on that portion as well. And the very last important thing to do, guys, very last important thing to do is to make sure you practice with your timetables and your division timetables, guys, because it's going to be the same process with different numbers. And I know you guys are going to kill it. So thank you guys for joining Professor Peters today on our long division video. Happy New Year to you guys again. Don't forget to join us Wednesday, January 11th, 6:30 p.m. for our first live stream of the year. We're probably going to do it on fractions and equations. Thank you guys for joining me today.